If God gives you a job to do, you can be sure that you can do it, because God wouldn't give it to you if you couldn't do it. He'll not put more on you than you can handle. Verse 16. And he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. And verse 19, after a long time the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. Verse 20, and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents. The Lord said to him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Verse 22, he also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained other 2 talents beside them. Verse 23, his Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant, for thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee, that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. The one that received 5 talents, he gained another 5 talents, which was what? 100%. He gave 100%. The one that had 2 talents, he went and gained 2 talents, which was 100%. And the one that was given 1 talent, he didn't gain anything. See, he gave 1 because he knew that he could handle it. He gave him 5, and he gained 5. The one that he knew could handle 2, he gave him 2, and he gained 2 more. God will give you what you can handle. People run around worrying all the time about what they have. God won't give you more than you can handle. If it's going to cause you to get in trouble, that's why he told us in the Scripture, if you have food and raiment, be therein content. You know, Apostle Paul, he had learned that whatever state he was in, to be content. Be content with what you've got. When you think you've got it really bad, look around. You can always find somebody that's worse off than you are. Be proud of who you are, because God made you the way that he wanted you. He didn't want everybody to be Woody. He didn't want everybody to be Vic. He didn't want everybody to be Tommy or Debbie. So that's why he made us all individuals. He made us exactly the way that he wanted us. And it's up to us to do the best that we can for him. Be content with what you have. Be happy with your life as best you can. Enjoy what God has given you. And say, well, I never did get that $1 million I thought I was going to get. Well, there was an old man up there where I come from. He had quite a bit of money. He went to church and everything, But one day he kind of sidled off to the side a little bit. He went down and bought him a lottery ticket. And he turned out to be the biggest lottery winner in the state of West Virginia's history. And within a year or 2, he lost his wife. He was out of the church. People were stealing $500,000-$600,000 off of him at a time. His granddaughter got on drugs and died from it. That man's life was so miserable because he went after the wrong things in life. He had plenty of money, owned a construction company, he was a millionaire in his own right, went to church, supposed to be a good religious person, but then one day he veered off. And now his life is so miserable. It was so miserable that every time he'd get out, the law was arresting him for something. He finally had to move out of the state of West Virginia. He didn't have any peace at all. He said the worst thing that ever happened to him when he won that $360 million or something, worst thing that ever happened to him. We need to be content with what we have. God will give you what He wants you to have. Okay, verse 26. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchange, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with you. You know, when God blesses you with salvation, you know what He wants from you? He wants you to go out and live your life before a lost and dying world, so that some person will see you and see your life and want to copy after you and turn their life over to God. There's your 100%. You won your soul, you won another soul to Christ. That's why we must live in a way that people can see that Christ is in us. Verse 28 said, Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which had 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath.